name is Rebecca Michael, and welcome to Commercial Break, where we bring you everything funny about commercials, pop culture, and ad news. We are here tonight with Mike Beatrice in the chat room.
Chat stars, what's happening? It's me, good buddy Mike. We are in for a fun show tonight. Start IMing, get me some questions for the show, give me some adjectives, and as always, the rare and witty, pithy comment.
And guys, our special guest tonight, you guys are going to love this. You've seen her for years. She is the Orbit Gum spokesperson, Miss Vanessa Branch, with us here tonight.
Hi.
Yay! We're excited to have her here. And we're all chomping away. Mike's been chomping in the chat. We've been fighting over what flavors we like. I have sweet mint.
Which I don't like at all. That's my least favorite
That's
one,
her least favorite out of all of them. What's your favorite?
There's a new one that's an Orbit Mist one, which is raspberry lemon, and that is my current favorite, even though sometimes I switch. I really also love the mojito mint. I really like a lot, but yeah.
The mojito mint.
I'm a fruity girl, I think. I like the fruity ones.
She likes the fruity ones.
Yeah.
And Mike, what do you have over there?
I am, hemoglobin says that I am chewing with my mouth open and my mother should have taught me better. But I am chomping on the winter mint. Winter mint, everybody. Because I'm a New England boy, I like the winter.
Well, I just want everyone to know that I made sure I had a really dirty, dirty mouth. I didn't brush my teeth all day just so I could have that minty, fresh, clean feeling. I didn't even say it right. I don't even know. What's the catchphrase?
You did that really well, actually.
What's the catchphrase? I forget.
Well, I mean, there's kind of a few.
It depends on which one. It depends on which one, I guess. We'll do it later. We'll do it later. But you guys are so wonderful to be back. I recognize so many names in the chat room. I couldn't even write them all down because I didn't have enough time because Brian was like, we're starting. So I just want to say real quick hi to Bazball, Vegs, Senor Shutter, Drink Moxie, Loyal Casanova, Piston Hammer, Woozle 316, Pepperoni Samurai, and HSFN 2006. I see more logging in right now. Welcome to Commercial Break, you guys. Thank you so much for coming back. So before we proceed on to how wonderful Vanessa is and all her great work that she's done over these many years here. By the way, I've had a lot of time with her already, and I'm so excited. My most exciting thing about her is that she was on an episode of Lost, and I'm obsessed with Lost, so I can't wait till we can get to that. But before we get to that, we do need to bring you ad news because we are all about commercials, all about ads. That's what we're about. And I did find something funny today. Will Rogers once said, advertising is the art of convincing people to spend money they don't have for something they don't need. Well, I need this gum. Well, so apparently you weren't around when Orbit Gum was created because I definitely need this gum. And we saw some things in the news this week that was really interesting. Anyone watch the Masters? The Nike ad with Tiger Woods? Little awkward. Mike, did you see that?
I did see it.
Well, there's a huge uproar, and people are really upset over this thing. A couple things. They used his dad's dead voice to do the voiceover, which had nothing to do with what they were talking about. So apparently a lot of people are complaining to Nike that that was inappropriate. They want the ad pulled. What do you guys think? Right into Mike. Do you think that they should keep the ad? Do you think they should pull the ad? Do you think it was manipulative and wrong usage of his dad's voice? I don't know. I just think...
Rebecca, I think if we could get Tiger's dad on the next commercial break, I think that would be the guesting coup of the century.
It doesn't make any sense.
What? He's in commercials?
Because he's the voiceover. No. The other thing that was awkward was the Burger King commercial, I guess, have you guys seen this one where he's mentally insane and he comes in and he's like selling the burger? Well, I guess all these mental institutions are really upset over that commercial. They want that pulled. Everyone's mad about commercials. And the Palm ad is the Cheat Death campaign. It is a picture of a pomegranate drink, you know, the Palm drinks, with a noose around it. And people say that that's inappropriate because they're basically telling you if you drink Palm juice, you're going to live longer and you're not going to die, which is a lie. So, right, Mike, in. What do you think?
Well, yeah, they were already flying fast and furious,
right.
everybody.
Give it to me.
Tumor 13, movie Matt, hemoglobin. By the way, the funniest thing I've seen so far was the Bee's Knees, who says, oh man, Tiger Woods should do an Energizer battery spot because he keeps cheating and cheating and cheating and cheating. It's a great line. I love that line. Of course, everybody is enamored by Vanessa's accent.
Of course.
Pepperoni something. Says, oh man, is she from Europe? Yeah, dude. The accent might have clued you in. You might want to pay attention.
Americans, I love them. They're so intelligent.
We do have an awesome question for Vanessa already. If you've scanned her IMDb.
Wait, what is that noise?
That's how I do it, man. I chew sassy like a cow. Come on, bring it. I'll spit the gum out when you next cut away. Awesome question for Vanessa. Are you going to be in Pirates of the Caribbean 4?
Ooh, that's a really
I knew that was
good
coming.
and very unfortunate question because no, I'm not going to be in Pirates 4. And I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to know and not supposed to know, so I probably can't really say very much about anything.
Okay.
So unfortunately, that's all I can really say.
But
I do know who's going to be in it. I actually do know who is there and who isn't, but I don't think I'm supposed to talk about it.
But you can tell us about on some DVD, right? There's something that you want to.
I'm not
Oh, you can't tell us. Okay, we won't talk about that. Mum's the word.
There's something good coming.
There's something really good coming.
Really interesting coming, but I'm not really allowed to talk about that either.
She can't tell you guys yet.
They're very hush-hush in the pirate world.
Yeah, but when it comes out in the pirate world, we'll make sure we tell you guys. We'll do a follow-up with you.
That would be
Vanessa's
really
not
nice.
here. Yeah, of course. We'll promote you when you're not here, Vanessa. Okay, so you guys, before we're gonna go ahead and show her first. Yes, that Orbit gum is yummy to the tummy. Yeah, that must be mojito. Are you drunk up there?
You know, Brian, at a certain point, it stops sounding like gum and starts to sound like something else.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Apparently, I'm supposed to have 2 pieces in my mouth.
I have 4 now. I have 4 pieces of gum.
Should we have a competition, see who can chew the most pieces?
We
I
should.
bet
Wait,
I
how
will
do I have
win.
gum to do that?
That's a great. Yes, I think let's do that.
I can do it.
I have 5.
Vanessa's
I have
gonna
5
win.
in right now.
Vanessa's doing it.
Or actually, couldn't the people who are... This is amazing to me, actually, this whole internet thingy. This is the first time I've done something like this. And it's interesting that... I don't understand any of it, but couldn't everyone over there, like, people write in who's the person that has the most pieces of gum in their mouth?
Yeah,
good, yeah.
that's a great contest. Let's do that right now, Mike.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm on my 3rd piece.
Well, I
And then-
spit out my first one. Now I've got 2 back in.
They can win, like, a camera French kiss with me. That will work, right? Yeah?
Wow. Sure.
Wow, the chat room just froze.
We're gonna hold
I
you to
think
that.
Mike and Brian are going to be really jealous about that, though. Well, let's practice stuffing this in our mouth, and we're going to take a look at this hilarious commercial with the couple that Vanessa was in. Let's take a look.
You son of a biscuit-eating bulldog!
What the French toast?
Did you think I wouldn't find out about your little doo-doo head cootie queen?
Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lint licker?
Pickle, you cunt!
Overreacting.
No, Bill, overreacting was when I put your convertible into a wood chipper. Stinky McStinkface!
You Hoboken.
Fabulous! New Orbit Raspberry Mint cleans another dirty mouth. For a good clean feeling, no matter what.
You're so cute.
The girl who says the lint liquor line is
Yeah.
so fantastic. I've seen her now in a few different spots for other things, not for Orbit, and I thought she was just great.
She's hilarious, and I can't tell you how many guys I wanted to call Stinky McStinkface.
Yeah, I've
Or
got a few as well.
what was the other thing she says that cracks me up? Oh, when he's like, "What the French toast?" Like that makes me want to steal that and use that. Can I use that in everyday life? What the French toast, Mike?
I think you should start and see if it catches on.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Let's start tonight. I now have, by the way, I think 4 or 5 pieces of gum in my mouth. Can you tell? I look like I'm playing baseball. I'm about to go up and pitch. Mike, questions on that one, because that one's hilarious and it's still running too. I see that one.
It is,
Questions
yeah,
on that
still
one.
running.
First of all, it's nice to see you. Where are my pants? Thank you for logging in. Woozle316, Che Guevara 12, and Drink Moxie. Always a fan. Always good to see you. By the way, Alex194 had a great comment about who's going to win the French kissing on camera contest, and Alex said, "Everybody wins." That's a good answer. We have 2 questions, if you don't mind. Senor Shutter wants to know, being a British actress, have you ever auditioned for Doctor Who?
Ooh.
Good question, Senor Shutter. Unfortunately, no. I've actually never acted in England. Isn't that weird? Because I've lived in the States most of my life, and I've never been back and done any kind of audition there. And I'd really like to. I'm thinking about it actually later on this year, going back and trying. But it's a very separate kind of community. You
Yeah.
have to kind of start all over again, kind of. So I haven't, although I would love to, because it's a really good show.
Awesome. Do you want to tell us about the movies that you did over the last couple of years that you and I were talking about earlier that were filmed in China?
I did, yeah. I've done 3 films in the past 3 years that were all, I speak Mandarin Chinese, and so they were all done in China for the Chinese market. And it's just a really fascinating experience because one of them was a martial arts film, so I was working with all the guys that did, you know, the people who directed the Matrix films, who did all the fight choreography for that, and all of the guys who've worked on it. So it was really kind of amazing to work with the best fighters in the world. I wasn't doing any fighting, go figure. I realise I'm extraordinarily tough, but they, you know, just being there around that environment, and I got to shoot kind of in the middle of nowhere in China, and
that's awesome.
yeah, it was a really neat experience.
Just so you guys know, also Vanessa speaks fluent French as well. I mean, beautiful, smart, and talented. It doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't, people. So the Chinese actually came in handy when she shot a scene for Entourage, which I'm skipping ahead here, Brian, and I hope that's okay. It's clip number 5, and I wanted to just show that really quick.
前女友幽魂和那个笑傲江湖.
John wants to know if you've ever seen Chinese Ghost Story or Swordsman.
Yeah, tell him Chiu Hark is one of my favorites.
很好，他说楚克就是他最喜欢的导演。
哦，真的，你看周本长很好，很好。
Now imagine Sui Hark on 3 bottles of Red Bull.
很棒，很棒。
Very exciting stuff.
我们喝。
Now we drink. Cheers.
And in typical film style, in Chinese film style, it's completely off. Like, we dubbed our voices, which we didn't. That really was us speaking, but that was, yeah.
It was actually the clip I pulled, you guys. It was the only one I could find, and the sync was a little off. So it wasn't meant to be that way, although it adds to the comedy of Entourage, because the first time I was watching, I was like, did they mean to do it this way? Or is this just the clip? But Vanessa shared with me, it's just the clip. But that's her speaking fluent Chinese. Mike, I mean, there must be a lot of questions.
There are questions about your languages, but first I just want to say it's nobody's fault, because anytime Bai-Ling is in the room, everything's going to be out of sync.
Oh, yeah.
That's just what she brings to the table. And I'm a big Bai-Ling fan. She lives in my part of town, but man, she can bring the crazy. We do have a question. Vegs, a lot of people have asked this, but I think Vegs asked it first. Exactly how many languages do you speak?
I speak just 3. I speak French and Chinese and English, obviously.
Okay.
Well, that's, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
People want to know, I saw it a second ago, what was your very, very first foray into the acting world?
Oh, God, that's a good question. Nobody really ever asked me that. Hang on, let me think. I did some, when I was actually in college, I was modeling before I was acting, even though I was always acting, but I did a few commercials. Those are my very first things I ever did. I did one for like this really bad Pakistani toothpaste. It was for Pakistan, and they made me color my hair black, and I was supposed to somehow be Pakistani. It was really kind of odd, but yeah, that was one of the very first ones I had. But my first job when I got here to Los Angeles was a TV show called Encore Encore with Nathan Lane. It was a sitcom, and I played a French kind of incredibly crazy party girl who turns into a nun. Right up my alley. This typecasting.
I think I kind of remember that. I think I remember that show.
I had really
vaguely.
short red hair when I did it. I looked really different. But yeah, it was a really funny show, actually. Nathan Lane was great to work with.
That's awesome you got to do that. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun.
You were also Miss Vermont.
I was Miss Vermont, which is weird, seeing as but I can actually speak with a completely American accent as well, because I've lived here for a really long time, and I'm a dual citizen, so I'm an American citizen as well, so I was.
That's amazing. So now you can go there whenever you want, and you could live there, you could live here, you could get free healthcare there.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. All right, well, cool. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on. She's done so many ads, we probably won't even have time to get to them all, but this is one she shot with Janice Dickinson, which should be very interesting.
Pretty girl! Pretty girl, I try!
Dirty mouth? Clean it up with new Orbit Maui Melon Mint. Fabulous! For a good clean feeling, no matter what.
When I see those, I just think how many times in my life I've actually had to say fabulous. I mean, I've literally said it. I can't remember how many times.
So when people recognize you, which I know a lot of times we were talking about they don't, because you look a lot different in the ads than in real life. She's way prettier in real life, by the way, and she's really pretty in the ads too.
Thank you.
But like she can kind of get away incognito. People don't always recognize her, but when they do they say, will you say fabulous? Do they make you say it?
I swear to you, nobody ever recognizes
That's
me.
awesome.
When they find out that it's me, yeah, instantly everybody says, oh, please do the commercial, do the commercial. And here's what's weird. I'm never shy. I don't ever get shy.
Yeah.
Except when people ask me to do that. It's really bizarre. Don't do it. I can feel it coming.
I won't.
I can feel it.
I'm not that kind of interviewer. I will not do that to you. I do want to know this, though. When you went out for that campaign, I'd like to know about that experience, like the audition process. Did you know it was going to be a campaign? And was that the character at the time? Like, did you know she was going to be in a tennis outfit, like selling gum with a British accent? And
it's a really funny / embarrassing story, actually. No, it was supposed to be 3 spots. They didn't know it was going to be a campaign. And I went in for the first audition, and they give you all of this blocking, this movement that you're supposed to do. And normally they don't do that with commercial auditions, and they give it to you once and they tell you to go, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, and they said, we're going to throw this tennis ball past your head, and just, we're going to throw it past because it's supposed to go past, and just, finish the commercial.
Right.
I said, fine. So they threw it at me, and it hit me smack dab in the center of the forehead, and I'm a theater actress, so I just kept going. And, I looked like a complete idiot. So when they brought me back for the next thing, I met the director and the producers and all that. And for some reason, I was having an extraordinarily bad day. I couldn't do anything right. So I booked the job, and about 8 days after we've been shooting, because we shot for about 12 days that first time, we've been shooting for about 8 days, and we were out actually at a strip club with the director and all the people who were working on the commercial, and this really bad one in Barstow somewhere. And he said to me, I have to tell you something. He said, I didn't realize what a really good actress you were when I first met you. And I said, why? He said, because I thought you were the stupidest girl I'd ever met in my life, and that nobody but you could possibly play this part. And now I realize you're not that dumb. I think you must be a really good actress. And I thought, wow, I'm not sure if that's a compliment, but thanks.
That's funny. You're like, how insulting. Thank you, I guess.
He meant it in a nice way. He meant for it to be really nice.
Yeah, after a few beers at the strip club. Yeah, and so did you kind of develop her, or was that something, because I know when Stephanie, the progressive girl, went in, they kind of knew what they wanted, but then it kind of morphed as the campaign went on. What do you think?
They did have specific ideas of what they wanted, but it was kind of a collaboration. Actually, with the very first director who did the first 3 spots, I was really working with him. He was great. He was from Spain. His name's Pep. And there was some of the idea of using the same word, the tagline of fabulous, in each thing. Yeah. That was my idea. They originally wanted to, do different things. And I said, hey, why don't you always have the same thing? And fabulous was a funnier word. And so there were definitely things that, it was definitely a collaboration.
That really works in advertising too, when they have that catchphrase over and over. Mike, I'm sure they're blowing up over there and want to ask questions. So.
They do. First of all, Drink Moxie chimed in about the Pakistani toothpaste commercial with a very funny slogan. You might want to run it by your people. Taliban toothpaste explodes in your mouth.
Oh.
Very nice, very nice.
Very good.
But now, we had questions, but the chat room has launched into this vigorous debate about what happens when you swallow gum. Does it actually take, is it 6 months, is it 7 years? Vanessa, being the gum expert, do you have an opinion on what happens when you swallow gum?
Shockingly, being the expert, I don't know, but we could all try and see what happens. I mean, I have heard 7 years it takes to come out. That's what I've heard, but I mean, who really knows?
Okay, Mike, one more question, then we got to look at more clips.
Yes, Aliens 300C with a riveting question. Vanessa, do you get a lifetime supply of Orbit gum?
Yes, I do actually get a lifetime supply of Orbit gum.
About
Finally! Everyone we interview doesn't get anything.
They don't?
No! Even one girl who did Febreze ads didn't even get a thing of Febreze.
Wow, that's really weird.
So let me tell you, girlfriend, they're taking good care of you.
Yes, they do. They actually take very good care of me.
That's awesome.
They really do, yeah.
And how long has it been running?
8 years.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's been amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah, we've been really lucky because we've shot all over the world as well. So that's been really fun.
And what's cool about that, when you're a campaign person for that long, you become a staple of pop culture. People will always remember you. 20 years from now, they'll be like, remember the Orbit girl?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be old and wizened and completely wrinkled up, and they'll be like, really, you were her?
And even better, people are like, oh, you remember the Orbit gum commercial? I'm like, yeah, you mean Vanessa Branch?
Well, you guys, we're going to take a look at the tournament. It's really cute. It's another funny ad by Orbit.
Well, hello, Percy, you feather-plucking cheater.
Eat, spatula, and die, spittle stick. We're here fair and square.
Then why is our fuddy-duddy cheerbook missing, booger breath?
I don't know. Why don't you check your donkey door?
Or why don't you check your donkey door? I will pineapple slap your ass cuts.
Bring it on, dookie head, poo-poo face.
Hey, you Kangle bandits! Knock off the pumpernickel!
Fabulous! Orbit, peppermint, and spearmint clean another dirty mouth. For a good clean feeling, no matter what.
There's actually another really funny story about that commercial. I have this ridiculous and embarrassing dance that I do, which is a rabbit, and
do it. Do it.
I will. I'll do it for you. But I mean, it's.
Okay.
I mean, it's really stupid. I mean, beyond really. And so the guy who wrote the original campaign has always been. His name's Frank. He's a dear friend of mine now. Who's been in charge of everything. Loves it. And so each time I do an ad, we'll do a little bit of the rabbit. And those cheerleader guys loved it so much that we made a video of me teaching them how to do this, and all of these like strong guys doing this little stupid dance that I do. And I wish I had it because I wanted to put it out somewhere, but I've actually never seen it.
We need to see it. It'd be so funny. Well, we might have to make you do that towards the end of the show. Even a version of it.
I'd stand up though. So.
Well, that's okay. Brian, we'll figure that out, right? anything to have a laugh. Mike?
We do. We have some amazing questions, but first I think it's time for an Orbit gum fun fact.
Okay.
Orbit gum, 40% fewer calories than regular sugared gum.
Wow.
Orbit gum fun fact. There'll be more as time allows.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
We actually have an amazing question also from Drink Moxie. And I don't know if this is accurate, but it's too good not to ask. When they changed the Orbit spots from just 3 to a campaign, did you, Vanessa, have the leverage to get more money, or does the company hold all the power?
That's a very good question, actually. The way it first started, because I didn't know it was going to be a campaign, I was not under contract, so I was getting regular residuals, which is something that the Screen Actors Guild, they mandate what you're going to be getting. After that, once it was a campaign, they turned it into a contract, which, yes, I made. You make quite a bit more money than you do doing regular residuals. So, yeah, after that.
That's a really good explanation. A lot of times we have a lot of questions about that, and it depends. I mean, every situation's different, and obviously now.
Yeah, I think when people do campaigns, typically they turn into a contract. You kind of have to, because there's things you can't do if you're representing something,
right?
On a regular basis.
You pretty much can't do any gum commercials.
Exactly, and I can't get arrested.
Man!
Yeah.
Darn it! I was hoping we could go out tonight and
or be a
drunken
drunken menace, or probably a stripper. That probably wouldn't work. But.
No, that probably wouldn't work either. All right, you guys, we got to keep the show moving. Lots of really good questions, though. We like that. We like it when you're smart and you ask interesting things. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the wedding, and this is a fun clip. Really fun.
To Jenny, my beautiful new daughter-in-law.
Cheers. To Jenny, you're the awesomest.
Cheers. We love you, Jenny.
Cheers. I love you guys so much. Jenny. To Jenny.
Right on.
Cheers.
Chew Orbit White. It's proven to remove stains and whiten teeth. Brilliant! For whiter teeth, no matter what.
It's the sunglasses I like the best. I love that.
You remind me of like a flight attendant from the 60s, the way they dress you. It's very retro and cute and like funky, and I like that. I was going to ask you too, I meant to ask you this question about the last one. I know this one wasn't worded exactly the same way, the wedding one, but the one before that and the first one we saw, that script thing that they do where they make up fake words to sound like swears and they link them all together. Is that something now that is new and they're doing a lot, or?
They did it for a bit and then they changed things. Sorry, I'm spitting out my gum.
That's okay.
It was called the Mickey Ficky. They called them the Mickey Ficky spots.
Yeah.
That was what the ad agency called them. And they aren't doing that kind of anymore. They did a few of them and then they were kind of on to the next idea. So they do change things around.
Cool. Well, I just really love those. I think they should bring them back because they're really funny.
Clever.
They're very clever. I love commercials that are clever. That's what we like to highlight here, because sometimes like we joke around that a lot of commercials now are better than TV.
Yeah.
They're like little cute little short vignettes that are like little short stories. Mike, I'm going to have you give us a few things from the chat.
Evil Monkey, please stop asking for Vanessa and Rebecca to make out.
That's ridiculous, you
Stop,
guys.
just stop. And I've already asked,
well,
so
really
it's just not
cute,
happening.
So, I mean...
Senor Shutter raises a good point. Somebody's been on the IMDb page. How was it to be on Star Trek Voyager and have to go through some sort of makeup process?
Oh, that was actually really awesome working on something like that, because I mean I haven't done a lot of sci-fi and I didn't have a lot of makeup. I had those 4 like horns on me, but being on the set, you literally felt like you were in outer space. I mean, it was unbelievable being in those sets. Like it was as if you were really truly on some kind of spaceship. It was amazing. Wow. And then you have people walking around that have, you know, the full body costumes. They look like they're complete monsters and they look real. So it was really neat.
That's really cool. You got to experience the whole Star Trek thing. Also, The Lost. Even though you were only on 1 episode, I don't care. It's enough for me. I'm completely obsessed. It's been my obsession for the last several years.
It's a great show.
It's a fantastic show. Seriously, one of the best shows I've ever seen in television.
Yeah.
So tell me about that experience. Did you get to shoot in LA? Did you have to go to Hawaii?
I went to Hawaii, and the thing that was interesting is that I didn't like it. I tried to watch something before when it first came out, and then I booked the job and I watched an episode. I didn't really like it. I shot it, and then it was only last year when I was actually dating somebody. He said, "We have to watch this from season 1." And I was like, "I don't want to." And I started, and I'm completely hooked now.
Yeah.
In season 4,
Sucks
I've been watching all of them, and it's such a good show that I'm really happy I got to work on it.
Yeah.
But I was working with Dominic, who played Charlie, and he was a really, really nice guy.
Cool. Well, that's so cool. How was it working with Johnny Depp? Did you get a chance to, like, actually talk to him, or?
Yes, yeah, because I shot a lot with him, and he's basically your perfect human being, and I'm not kidding about that. He is, as a woman, from the minute you see him, you can't help but literally drool. I mean, he's so much sexier in person than he is on screen, which is hard to imagine, and he's the nicest human being, and so loyal to his wife and his family.
That's
and
so nice to see.
He's funny, he's normal, he's crazy talented, he's fantastic, he really is.
I love to see that. I love to see, like, real men being real men, like being good to their wives, their kids, like they're not out there being
screwing around. And he used to walk into the trailer in the morning when we were doing makeup, and Lauren, who plays the redhead who's next to me in all of them, he used to walk in, like, you know, with his shirt open because he was having all this makeup done, like this gorgeous, and walk up and say, "Good morning, girls," and give us a kiss on the cheek, and we both of us would sit there going, "Good morning."
That's so great you get to work with him. How awesome for you. Mike,
great.
I know you got something for me.
I have a new favorite comment in the chat room from Hitler flavored whatever. Man, seriously, change the name.
Yeah,
but
inappropriate.
He's quoting a made-up line from your episode of Lost. "Wait, this crate of delicious low-calorie Orbit gum just washed up on shore. Fabulous."
That would actually be a really funny
great
commercial.
crossover promotion.
It really would.
We should show, you know, I don't know if Steve-O's commercial is actually going to work, but we could try it. If not, let's go ahead and take a look at Scissors. Steve-O.
See you later, man. I'm having noodles.
Dirty mouth?
That's so gross.
Clean it up with new Orbit Fabulous Fruttini and Sangria Fresca. Fabulous! For a good clean feeling, no matter what.
Well, here's another secret that I can tell you, which I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to say. But we frequently shoot a couple of versions of spots. And there's the really raunchy version, and then there's the version that always makes it onto TV.
Okay.
And the original version of that, he's actually trimming his pubic hair.
Oh, gross.
Which is so much worse, but sometimes it's too much.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. When we have the Carl's Jr. guys here, the creatives, they come up with all the ads. They said that, like, most of the ads they create, we never see.
Right, yeah, because it's too much.
It's too much. Mike, one more question.
Yes, we had a great question. Have you ever had to turn down other campaigns because you're locked into Orbit gum?
No. Good question, but no. There aren't really lots of gum campaigns that are, you know, there's not a lot of them. So, no, just this one.
Just this one. Okay, well, great, you guys. We've covered a lot of ground here tonight. We're gonna get to adjectives from the chat room. Mike's gonna get as many, I guess, 3 to 5 words, so we can do a mock commercial with Miss Vanessa Branch. It's going to be really exciting. You guys have been through this with us before. It's a lot of fun. It's really laid back. This is her commercial audition for commercial break. We've given her a product to sell, and Mike, go ahead, give us the words. We're going to put them up here on the screen.
Absolutely. And B. Robertson, I just want you to know, I love your question too, and I'm going to do that in the post show. I'm going to get to that question. I think it's a good one. Okay, first of all, of course, we have to do the adjective fabulous. So that's going to be in there.
Of course, yeah.
Let's see. Loyal Casanova is going to give us chewy. So go with chewy. Let's see. Drink Moxie made up a word, but I like it. Hobolicious, and explains it as being, oh, it's like delicious, but with hobos. So we'll do that. And we won't overload you, so just one more. Starliner weighs in with magnificent.
Awesome.
So we have fabulous, chewy, hobolicious, magnificent.
Yay, those are good.
Oh, okay, so stand by. And Vanessa Branch commercial break edition in 3, 2.
Hey y'all, I'm here to advertise the Clamp 2000. It does all sorts of great things. It's a little bit hard to get open up. You can put it on your hair. So cute. And if your jeans are too tight or your ass is too big, don't get it caught in your hair when you're doing that. You can stick it down there as well, and there's lots of other things on the front of you can do. You know what I'm saying? So buy the Clamp 2000 because it's fabulous and it really is magnificent when you're needing to go, I totally forgot that I'm supposed to use these actions.
It's okay. You just keep going there, girlfriend. I'm getting that clip.
And listen, when you're going out on a date and you're out with a boy, I mean, it can be hobolicious. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
So buy yourself a really squeezy, chewy Clamp 2000.
Awesome. Order them today, you guys. Order them today. Look at that. Amazing, her accents. And 2 languages, people, unlike the rest of us Americans, who are just stupid.
Can I make a request?
Yes.
Can we get a little of the Americano, just your Jersey accent or your New York accent?
Or your American?
Just a regular American accent?
Wow,
Wow.
crazy!
Wow, it's so amazing, right?
Wow. Can we get your bunny dance?
Yeah.
While you're sitting in a seat?
Bunny dance has to stand up, though.
Petting eels, petting a tail. Petting eels, petting a tail. Wobbin' the Betty. Do the bunny wabba, gonna will let you have it.
I know, it's really embarrassing.
That's really cute. Wait, you had all those boys from the tournament ad doing that?
I know, that's what I was saying.
We gotta get that clip. Next time you're on, you gotta bring that.
By the way, with your mastery of all the accents, I think that's what it was. Drink Moxie said that, like, you're like House, but hot.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's a great compliment.
She is really hot, you guys.
Oh, for some reason, the chat room thinks we're all on drugs. No, no, no. We're on Orbit Gum.
We're on Orbit Gum. We're high.
We're getting that minty
That
high.
was the mint mojito flavor.
Absolutely.
The mint mojito, you guys. You guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you IMDb Vanessa's page. Run up that star meter. This girl is hot stuff. We want to promote her as much as we can. Any new projects that we need to talk about before you leave that you want to promote?
I have 2 films coming out later on this year. One is called Feed the Fish. It has Tony Shalhoub in it, and the other one is it's called 6 Month Rule. It's got some great character actors. Martin Starr's playing in it. A bunch of great people. It's romantic comedy. And there's a film, of course, that you probably won't be able to see it unless you can get on the internet, which of course you can, which is called Kung Fu Man, which is all in Chinese.
Awesome. Well, congratulations with that. We'll love to have you back soon, you guys. Go ahead and stick around for the post show. Thank you, Vanessa Branch, for spending your time with us.
Thanks.
Commercial break. Good night.